Uh-oh. Hey there, how y'all doing? Good to see you. Um, let's see here. I'm afraid we don't have a good connection. Let's see. Yeah. All right. How do they got that looking? Welcome. Thank you for joining me for the replay, and for those of you that are hopefully going to come in a little bit. I don't know how good of a connection I have right now. It wasn't showing a great connection a minute ago. Looks like it might be stabilizing though. Um, hey John, how you doing? Let's see. I really gonna need this closer so I can see what people are saying. Maybe right here at work. No, I'm using my I guess I'm using my other stuff somewhere else. Let's see. Hey, AJ's Trains. Good to see you. Uh-oh, dropped my stuff. Thought I had it set up. I don't bump it, I should see. Thank you for joining us. Glad happy Friday to y'all. Good way to start off the weekend is to do a little modeling, I guess. I have already heard from John. He said he had a good day. How you doing, AJ's Trains? You had a good day? Had a good Friday? Looking forward to the weekend? Stormy Sky in the house. How are you, Dave? It's good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you. Um, Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, Dave, you could be interested in something that's here. I'll give you a better look at it in a little while, but um, if I'm not mistaken, we've got an S scale cabinet here, an S scale kind of island cabinet bar, an S scale rug. We've got two S scale end tables with kerosene lanterns on top. And we've got an S scale couch. We've got an S scale bed. And what we got coming are S scale, like a dining type table, not a formal one, but like a dining type place to eat. And okay, my bad. Um, and I thought it said Dave in the first message. If it says Steve, my bad. I've got it way down. And because I don't have a good place to put it up, set it up right now because I've got cameras everywhere. And I know what I can do. I can turn it this way and use that. There we go. Now, uh, my bad, Steve. Like I said, I'm using the phone to watch chat, and I don't see the chat on the phone real good with my glasses on. And I had it on the ground, and I swear it said Dave. I swear it did. And but like right now, even with my glasses on, um, I can see when y'all chat, but I actually kind of have to take them off to get a good view of it, and I might be able to get it closer. But the airbrush is going to be coming from here in a minute, and so that's really kind of the most important thing. I guess we can do this for now, so I'm able to see. Appreciate you, and yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, um, one of y'all were made a comment that y'all were happy that I was doing some S scale stuff. And like I said, if I'm not mistaken, at times I do confuse people. Okay, I got I hear you. Um I did partially, John. Also, I'm wondering. I bumped the volume down from 5 to 4, and I'm hoping maybe that's a little better. And yeah, AJ's trains. Take care, bud. Thank you for stopping in. Um, but John, what they are, some of them are actually all on me, and others are not. One of them that's printing right now that I didn't even mention. I got a fireplace with a hearth that's printing right now, and I don't know how it's going to print on the Prusa that I got. Not the Prusa, the Ender I got it on right now. Probably going to do it on the. Thank you, John. Probably going to do it on the resin printer. I would think maybe try that out. Um, and then as far as these go, they are modifications of free stuff. The kerosene lantern, I pretty much did the majority of it. It's just a bunch of shapes, you know. The rug I did, and that was just nothing to it. What I did, I kind of didn't do the rug as good as I wanted to, but I got to thinking there's no way you could see the actual crinkles in the rug, you know, the seams in the rug, which I would like for you to be able to see the seams in the rug, but I don't think you'd really be able to see the seams. They all are going to sit down in a little base, which I don't have printed yet, but they're going to have a little seat in the base. And thank you. I appreciate you. Um, but they're all going to sit down in the base. But one of the reasons they're not all done yet now, the same color as all the wood on this stuff. I'll be doing the lanterns probably just silver, and all the couches and the I'll leave the countertops white. I'll leave the pillow and the sheets on this white. I'll when I'm doing this, the blue today. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, and it could be. I don't know if it's scratching on my face or if it's let me try this. Do this. Thank you for letting me know. We'll see maybe if that helps. Um, but I'm going to be doing this in a light blue. And so I figure I'll do the rug and the comforter on this in a light blue. Again, I'm going to leave the sheets and the pillow white. I'm going to leave these countertops white. It's going to be on a very dark brown floor. And so it's going to be a really light brown pretty much everywhere except for the silver lanterns, the blue, and then I'll leave this white and the countertops white. The other table that's coming is going to be solid wood, so it'll be the same wood color as this. The chair, there'll be 2 chairs with it. That'll be the same wood color. And then the Of course, the fireplace will be a gray stone to match the exterior fireplace piece. And then the hearth is in dark brown to match the floor. And I might have to paint the chimney or not. I'm not sure, because if I have to do the chimney, and hey Dave, good to see you. And yeah, we got some S scale furniture here, and I thought you might enjoy seeing that. Um, I've got a cabinet set here. This is going to go against the wall in Uncle Digger's cabin in the corner. And this is going to go just right here like an island bar. We've got some end tables with some lanterns, a rug, some couches. Came out pretty good. I'll give you a better look. I'll switch to this camera when I start airbrushing. Um, this will be the bigger camera on screen, and that'll switch this overhead to the little camera on screen. And so we'll switch those in a minute, and you'll get a lot better look at these. I probably should do that now that we've started talking. And okay, yes, and that's what I wanted to. That's what I wanted to. I was saying. I was just making sure I had the right comment. I thought it was y'all that said that. And hey, Roger Lark, how are you? I can possibly, yes, sir, possibly, Roger. If it is basic, I'm not a professional, but I do a good bit of airbrushing, so I can probably help. And one thing that I can tell you is there are probably people in this stream that can help if I cannot. And I would encourage them to answer, particularly if I'm wrong. But yeah, go ahead, man. Shoot that question out. We'll see if we can't get it answered for you. I'd be willing to bet with the people that are in here we can. I'm going to go switch the screens so I can show that scene I'm talking about. Right. Uh-oh. There we go. All right. So I need to move this for a sec because I got to send a text. All right, now let's see. Just back here and here. All right. So now we got a better view. I might even try to pull this a little closer. Uh-oh, what happened? I lost my chat. I have the hardest. There we go. It wasn't playing. Go to the live part. There we go. I'll figure it out soon, one day. Um, so anyway, let's see if I can. All right. The air pressure, but eventually the air pressure would normally. I don't know if you had some typos at the end. You might have been using the microphone. Um, normally slow down. Yeah, we get it, Roger. We understand exactly. No worries. Just clarify that for us because I thought you were talking Japanese. I was going to tell you that might be a professional level question right there. We might have to reach out to John for that and ask him what he thinks. John does speak Mississippi, but we don't know exactly where you're from, Roger. So he can read my autocorrect and my grammar mistakes and all that stuff. Oh, anyway, let's see if I can't. It's going to take that a second to maybe. So is the I was gonna ask if the hey, Wild Bill, good to see you. I was gonna ask if if it could be a little clogged because as you're using it, they can get clogged up pretty quickly, and you can think that you got an air pressure issue. I would also was wondering if it was if you had you could have an issue with the air pressure. The what is it called? Uh, 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 down, and I was getting clogged a lot. Um, One thing that happened to me, I was actually doing a live stream, and a bunch of some of these guys that are in here, I was in here, and I was airbrushing, and I was having problems with it clogging. And it turned out that first of all, I wasn't keeping it clean enough. Second of all, I wasn't like making sure that the paint was definitely mixed up well enough, and or straining it through some cheesecloth or something prior to pouring it in the gun, which is just a safety precaution. And the other thing is that we figured out that my air pressure was too low, and my air pressure was so low that it was helping to cause the clog, if you see what I mean. So, um, yeah, like John says, filter the paint before adding it in there to ensure you're not putting any clumps in there. Make sure it's super, super mixed well before you filter it too. One of the things that I have to do is I clean the airbrush about half as much as I should, which is about 4 times as much as I want. And so the airbrush has to be cleaned constantly, basically. And a way to keep it, um, yeah, one thing you can do is ensure that it's perfectly clean before you start using it. Ensure your your paint is entirely free from clumps. A safety precaution would be to strain it before you put it into the air gun. And another thing to do would be to make sure that your air pressure is high enough. Hey, rail artist, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Oh yeah, cool. That's good news. Good news, Mike. Um, it depends upon how well you've mixed it and the quality of the paint that you're using. Um, if you're using a real good quality airbrush paint, I would think that you know, you probably are more safe than if you're using first of all like the less expensive, I can't remember what they're called, apple barrel paints or something like that. And which that can be used, my understanding is, but you got to be careful, especially if they're older paints at all, because they can have a lot of stuff settled in the container that you're not aware of, and those kind of things. So yeah. And so I don't understand how that would have anything to do with airbrushing, but okay. All right. I'm gonna do the Z scale walls in kind of like a light blue. Um, a sky blue is kind of what I'm going for, or something close. And then and then we will take care, Roger. Then we will again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use that blue to do the rug, and use that blue to do the comforter. And then I don't know if I'll clean the airbrush tonight or not, but we'll see. Um, I've got a Posh, and I got it for about $20 from Brother Claude's auction that he had that time. And so yeah, um, he uh he had that auction, and I got an Arduino. I got a few other which I haven't used, unfortunately. I need to figure out how to play with that, but at times not all over the place. And then I got an Arduino and the airbrush, and man, this thing works really good because I'm not real experienced with it, and I can do okay with it as long as I keep it as long as I keep it clean. So there we go. All right. So what I got to do is, I guess I'll go ahead and tape this down, tape this up, move this out of the way because we sure don't want to get these blue. Um, do you use Windex? Out of curiosity, I've heard multiple people lately have mentioned that. So anyway, here's the. Let's see if I can get. Here's the end. Oh, I'll give you a better view of them later. There's the end tables with lanterns. Couch turned out good. S scale stuff. Furniture's not too hard in a bar. Nothing special there really. Um, one thing that I never really realized was that how um how big the interior of some of those cabins are, because when you start putting the stuff in there, you realize it's got some space in there. Oh yeah. Yeah, same here. I think I like this side better. It printed really well, though. Both sides came out all right. And now I need to move this for just a second. I can get a little tape. So what I do, if I tape it down to the table, And, I can't see this now. Might want to switch back for a minute, particularly while we're doing this flat stuff. Hope it doesn't do it again. Come on. There we go. Come on back. All right. And so what I got to do here is basically cover up everything but the comforter. So I need a line around here and here and here. And what's been going on your layout, Bill? And are you doing your Saturday daytime stream tomorrow? And now I don't have to use a ruler or anything, but as long as I use, I can use it twice and know I have a straight edge. Because I use I assume the tape is straight on the edges. I mean, it's as straight as I'm going to cut, I assume. Now, we don't want that. This is going to be wood all the way around this base. And so we'll be doing this in a light brown that I'm covering now. Yeah, I use alcohol and water, a mixture, about half and half of each. And I don't know how good that is, but it's working for me sometimes. I'm not clogging as much as I used to, but I mean, what I was saying, I'm serious. That thing gets so dirty. And so fast. Little places. Okay, after Thanksgiving. So while Bill does a live stream, and he's going to be back at it after Thanksgiving. It's on Saturdays. Noon Eastern, he says. All right. So I will cut this, use the top side this time, so I know that I've got I've got a straight edge here, and I don't need a whole one. So I'm gonna cut here like this. This way I can use the rest of the straight edge over here. And I don't know if I did it long enough. Maybe I did. It's better if I don't have to put another piece of tape and I can get it all the way around. But I undershot it. All right. And now these can just be tucked down. And I can use a glue dot. Well, a better way to say it anyway, because I'm going to do the rest. Glue dots don't really stick to the parchment paper very well. They do a little, but I want to stick to my fingers more. Stubborn. There. It'll stick to that. And then it will kind of, if it nothing else, it'll just give it a little hold so it doesn't blow around when I spray it. And so now I need to cover what's going to stay white, which are the sheets and the pillow. And so I've got to come over here and cover that. And I definitely want to make sure that I got my straight edge here, coming down here and over here. It's pretty much a 90. I mean, it's going to be a bed comforter anyway, so I guess it couldn't. I guess they don't have to be military style. Mine wouldn't be straight at all. All right. Now this one just has to be covered up and not too big. So and do it this way. Now we're very, very close. Let's see if nope, I didn't do it. Oh well. Just like this. That's oh, we did get it. Oh, we got lucky. All right. So, uh-oh, y'all hadn't been able to really see me doing that here. Oh well. All right, so here we go, and here we go. And so now all of this will be baby blue. I don't know if that's going to stay, though. We'll see. All right. Now we can mix our paint. And let's see what the options are. All right. And I've got some I can't pronounce that, John. Phthalo cyanine blue. Still coming out. That's not really what I was wanting to use, but there it is, maybe. Hold on. Nope. Well, we will see if we can make this work, I think. Oh, oh, thank you, John. Are you serious? Stay low. Huh. That would make sense. And because I am mixing, I'm going to use more paint than I feel like I need. That doesn't mean I'm going to do it right. And so what I want to do is go in with some water. And then some alcohol. What I do is I test the thickness of it um, before I put it in the gun. I don't necessarily measure here. Um, I can kind of pick it up off a brush, and when it drips or not, it'll tell me. Um, how quickly it drips will tell me if it's the right consistency for what my air pressure is and stuff. And so I want to get a semi-clean brush. I'm going to get a clean one. They're right here. Never mind. That's not the one I want to use. This one will work. And I'm going to be adding white, but I want to get the blue all mixed up well before I start putting the white in, because I want to drip the white in slowly till it gets to where I want it. And I hope that works. These cups are good because you can flex them, and they kind of make a little form of a funnel to pour into the cup. All right. Now I did have some. Here we go. And if you're in here and you're joining us and you have any videos that you're going to be coming out with soon, yeah, thank you, Dave. We appreciate you coming. And thank you for grabbing Steve too. No, never mind, Steve. Thank you for grabbing Dave. I got it backwards again. Yeah, thank you for coming in, man. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you. Any of you guys in that are watching, if you have any videos coming out this weekend or this coming up week, and you want to tell us about them, you're welcome to do that. Oh, John, that blue is hard to lighten, isn't it? I got it though. I think I added a good bit of white, but I got about a Superman color now. I would think maybe a little lighter. And if I use a round container, I'm more easily able to mix it better. I was using a square container just because it had was the perfect size, and that's just not smart. All right, let's see. Yep. And so when I pick the brush up, I like for it to drip but not run. And so that's kind of what I saw. And are very, very close. And so I'll just have to test now. Now I haven't tested the airbrush at all, but it is super clean. That does not mean that it'll work though, but it is super clean. It just got done being cleaned entirely inside and out. Well, all the pieces that matter. I don't clean the rest of the gun, which I probably should. But let's make sure these aren't gonna probably what's more likely to move is this. So I'm going to go ahead and put a blue dot here to help us with some stabilization for the whole thing. All right. And so we got a Z-scale warehouse here. And these are going in Uncle Digger's S scale. I guess what I should do so I don't say bad words is I'm going to go ahead and put just a little alcohol in and make sure that we're working. Because I have a backup plan. If this whole thing were to fall apart, I can put together an N-scale Wiener Schnitzel. Uh-oh. I kind of started making models easier to put together. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but the like that Big Mountain Chalet, it is hard to put together. I mean, you gotta, I can admit it, it's about 115 pieces and it's hard to put together. Now the watermill is easy to put together. It just depends. Surprisingly, Uncle Dave's cabin is a little tough to put together in some places. And it's the smallest model. Well, Uncle John's cabin's pretty small too. Unless you're an HO scale or something. All right. We've seen good things up to this point, so we can hope for the best. Clearing that alcohol, then we'll have a mixture. Now we should be okay. All right. We good in the view? Let's see. That's probably better, isn't it? Yeah. It didn't start out spraying super clean, but it's doing better now. I don't know if I thought I mixed it pretty good, but every once in a while I'm seeing a little speckle come out. I don't like that. I might should have used my own suggestion with the straining, John. I don't or your suggestion, excuse me. I I have like a strainer, but I don't have any cheesecloth. I have a little strainer, but the mesh isn't super thick. I'll open this kind of. I might have that. I'm going to open up the tip in a minute because now it looks like it's not doing that anymore. Again, I cleaned it really good. I wonder if it was getting rid of some stuff that I hadn't quite gotten out, but loosened up. Uh-oh. When I started airbrushing, a bunch of people left. We got a strong four, though. Thank y'all for staying. Maybe chit chat is the plan. But you use cheesecloth, don't you, John? All right. Gauze pads sound like a good idea to me. I like to get a few coats down pretty light before I start opening it up at all. Thank you. It's about what I was going for, and I got it pretty easy now. Hopefully I'm not gonna have to match it because that's the problem with my method is I just hope. But I did make a good bit. And I think I have plenty. This is all for this particular model that I have to do in blue. Have you airbrushed that thing you 3D printed in clear? I guess that's kind of a mock-up you're considering it, but still wondered if you painted it all. We got plenty of paint. Okay. I would think that, the clear would make that difficult. I'm not sure what color. I guess Maybe white shows the best lines. I'm not sure. I never thought about that. Oh yeah, I get that. And I guess you got to pick one. I get that too. I wasn't gonna tape all these up. There's just so many windows and door frames on this model because this the whole thing's doors. I wasn't taping up all those. Um, Not in the Z scale. Now what I do is in an HO, I print them off of there so they're already in a different color. It's turning out good though. I didn't think at my first 5 seconds of the painting this, or not 5 seconds, my first 3 or 4 minutes painting it, I didn't know how good this was going to come out or not. But I am happy with it. These little bitty narrow long pieces like this are hard to do. Um, yeah, but um, the face of those would be not a problem. It's the little, what extrudes, what sticks out, would be so hard to get the liquid on the right parts. You'd have to tape. Basically, you'd have to tape before you did the that liquid on there too. I'm not suggesting it would be worth it. It would, but it's just a lot of work. Um, Almost forgot where I was. All right, we're gonna call that good. Now I'm gonna close it back down a little bit and see if we can't start light. Uh-oh, more than I wanted to. Uh-oh. This is a comforter that I'm painting and a rug. Uh-oh. Thank you if you just joined us or if you just returned. Where's Norman Rowe? I hadn't seen him. He could be taking it easy tonight. All right, here we go. No, he's usually all for a Friday evening stream, but he could be busy with other matters at this time. Let's see if I can use this one to hold this one while I get these edges. Uh-oh. Did not want to do that at all. Get back over there. All right. I think we're going to call the blue good, but you know what? I really shouldn't have started with the blue, John. That was not smart. You know what I'm saying? Because now I got blue in the gun and I got to get it out and change colors. I most definitely should have started with the other color first. I don't know what I was thinking. Not smart. Not smart. All right, let's see. So, definitely got to clean it. I mean, now I can clear it. Um, I can totally clear it. I mean, I guarantee you I can clear it and have just the right color paint coming out, but um it would have been a whole lot easier to switch from that very light brown color to blue, over to blue. I wouldn't even have hardly had to clear it. So, and I'm hesitant to I mean, I really think that this is gonna dry. Hope I'm not standing over that. I think this is gonna dry clean enough where I don't have to do anymore. It looks pretty clean. Let's see, I'll switch camera. Let's see, I'll do this. So I've got these taped up. They're gonna white dot. And then so let's see where we're at. Hey Dave BNSF, it's good to see you, man. Thank you for joining us. Glad to have you in here with us. Appreciate you. Happy Friday to you. John, it's not a bad idea. Because, boy, I'm sure good at leaving brush strokes. I can make some mean looking grain. I sure can. I can do that now. And that's not a bad idea. That's a great idea, as a matter of fact. I might do that. Um, I think the rug will look okay blue against the dark brown floor. Because I was gonna just do it all one color, um, and then whatever was white. But when I had, um, that's what got me thinking. That's probably what got me all off track, as I got to thinking about doing this in blue. Um, Let me go get the in scale real quick. Coming back with the Wiener Schnitzel A-frame in the in scale. I don't know that we're going to assemble this today, but let's see where we at. All right, we're at an hour. All right. Need to. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Friday, just another day, huh? So we got this. This and this. And this and this and this. All right. And I haven't tested any of this. Hey, Digger, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Appreciate you joining us. Happy Friday to you. It's getting a little late in the evening over there for you, huh? Getting close. So it's a very simple assembly. This is. Let's see, we got this and these pop off. This snaps in. Well, not snap in there, but it fits in there. You got some a step up here that slides in there. You got a bar that slides in here, and here's your ordering menu that goes up top here. Um, I Then on this roof, you just break them off, and each of your uh, beams have a place to sit on the inside, and you just glue them. They're triangular. They match the angle of the roof, and they fit in here respectively. And then you just glue them into their place on one side. And once that's set and dries, then you come in and you glue the other side in, and then it just pops on and off. And you can that way, if you wanted to do an interior, you needed to change your light, because I've got a hole in the bottom, allows you to put your LED in. Digger, do y'all have Wiener Schnitzels over there? You know what I need to do too? Go ahead and clear this gun. Well, I don't know that we have them. Yeah, we don't have them in many places. It's a big A-frame restaurant. They sell a bunch of hot dogs and stuff, different kinds. Um, and I don't know where it originated or anything, but I think there are still a few of them in the United States. But I don't know if they have ever had them anywhere else or whatever. I'm not sure what the history is on them. Okay, you did see them in Arizona, and but yeah, um, it's a while back. A guy wanted me, and he still said he's wanting others. He had me do this. He had me do this one for the Wiener Schnitzel and HO, and then he wants a McDonald's as well, and then he wants a Motel 6 too. Oh, a Jack in the Box and a Motel 6, and he just wants the motel, like a front version of the Motel 6, I think. But what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna probably, I don't know if I'll redo this or if I don't like the way this the very very bottom of this came out. And what I'll do is sometimes when I scale something down, see, because I created this in HO scale, and so sometimes when I scale things down, the base might get a little thin or something. And this base is a little thinner than I like. And so what I'll probably do is I'll print another piece, and that's about a millimeter thick or a millimeter and a half thick that matches this exactly. And I'll glue it on the back of there. And then next time I do it, I'll print it a millimeter thicker. This is just a little thinner than I like. All right. And then I'm gonna have to do the umbrellas for in resin. And I can do them in HO and filament, but when it comes to the N scale and the Z scale, I have to do them in resins for the umbrellas that stick up. They're really small. The pole is the biggest problem, doing the little pole that comes up, because it's less than a half a millimeter in around, not in diameter, but if you did a half a millimeter and a half a millimeter, it's still thinner than that. I don't know exactly what that would be in a diameter. I'm not sure what that is, but no, I didn't see it. Um, all right. So short, it's so close. I don't have enough leverage room to pop it off. See, these longer pieces are easier to do, but when they get over here by this edge, it's hard to loosen them. There we go. You don't want to bend them because they're thin. Get the be safe. There we go. Just wanted to be careful with that. I didn't want to bend it. Um, I can redo it, but I don't want to. This one's coming off easier. There we go. What made it so cool, Dave? Kind of hesitate to ask because I don't know what it is, but I kind of trust y'all. Mm. So when you flip these over, they have little seats cut out. Where these go, you make sure that the triangle is pointing to the top. And then you make sure that you match it with the correct one, because as you can see, they fit in their respective place perfectly. So let's make sure we got everything straight. This one goes in this one. That's going to mean this one goes here, and then the little one goes in the very center. And what these do too is they serve as where these roofs come together. I cut a 45 on them, but if there's any place where there would be any light bleed, basically it would be from here or here, and these are blocking that. So there it would cover any of that up. Oh, nice. And so it was a live stream, and it was on YouTube. All right, so we got them in the right place. Now what it is, I need to make sure that these are in the right direction, because they can go the wrong way pretty easy too. All right, we're here and here. And so yes, it can still go either direction. So we're right if we do it this way. So. Little bit here, little bit here, little bit here. And there are lines. Oh, wow. So as long as you use the lines to keep these lined up, we'll come out to this edge. You don't want to get into the angle, but you want to be right up at the edge of it. There's a line that shows you that as well. And so we let this piece dry. Looks good. And what I will do is, one of the benefits with this thicker glue that gives you some more working time is once those pieces get set in there a little bit where they're pretty much will stick by themselves, I'll actually lay the piece up there and make sure that it will stay or fit, because you got to get all three of them to fit. And so if you put it up there with a tiny bit of working time left. If any of the pieces need to be slightly adjusted, they can be. And so first, we need to make sure we have this pointing in the right direction. Around eventually, it will snap right in. I didn't even put glue on it yet. Look, won't even come out. But I'm going to take it out and put glue in it. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't want to bend it. Fits in too good. Excuse me, y'all. Sorry about that. She stopped as soon as she saw me. All right. All right, we're right in there. And then there's a little cutout that shows you where this part of the sign goes. I'm gonna have to do the heat gun on that. I got some. When I do windows like that are straight up and down like this, they sometimes leave some strings. And I got a little heat gun that'll help with that. I use it mainly for the balloon powered cars that I do at work, but it works for this too. Yeah. She's loves the weather right now. She's very happy. She's got a lot of hair, so this piece is gonna fit in here. Like so. This piece to see what side it is. So small. Uh-oh. It does fit. Oh yeah, it's got a thinner side and a thicker side. That's what it is. This thing is small, but it fits in. I better glue that before I put it in. Oh, I see. I got a little Yeah, we got soccer tomorrow, but it's early, and then I'll be back here. Maybe come on and hang out. So I made this, and in HO it was okay. It's a little bit better now. In HO, it's a little bit harder, but it'll slide right down in there now. All right, we got it. I got a little ridge right here. It's keeping it from going into the slot though, but we're very close to the right length. Yeah, well, it's the time of year for funds to be a bit short. 'Tis the season. I don't know about you, but I'm trying to save some. Because we get our January check early, and it's a killer because we don't get paid for a very long time as a result. Probably shouldn't have done this one first, but it's the easiest. So I wanted some immediate gratification. There it goes. Oh, good for you. What you got coming in, Dave? Thanks, John. Okay. Let me see. As I mentioned, now I still can probably work this some if I need to, and I know I can remove it if I need to, but I'm not going to need to. Whoop, because they fit. We'll leave that alone to dry a little bit better, and then we'll come in and do the, we'll put glue here, here, and here, and on the angles, and I usually use, I can't remember, I kind of prop it up, I think. Scale trains, BNSF monster reefers with sound. Whoa. Cool. So they're cars with sound. That's awesome. All right. Now I'm going to do the menu next. Uh-oh. Oh, that's awesome. Icicles on the outside. And so we got a window. I mean, a menu. Excuse me. And now, if I can get this guy to cooperate, this is the little bar you would place your forearms on when you're ordering something. Or what you're supposed to probably not put your forearms on when you're ordering something. And I definitely shouldn't have done that the stairs for this, but I knew that when I did it. Now let's make this even harder by having to. It's almost acting like this is a tad too long, but it's not fitting in the groove perfectly either. Yeah, we're going to take these out. Unfortunately, I shouldn't have done that in the first place. I'm going to trim, and I mean barely. Now let's make sure we fit. There we go. Yeah. Golly, I keep bumping that camera. There we go. I heard it snap. All right. Now, come back. And just get it wet. How long before those cars come in, Dave? There we go. I might have said at the beginning this was a real easy assembly. It might not be as easy as I was making it out. Not in this scale. In HO, it's super easy to put together. It's fun too. The scale's a little bit harder. And so I can't remember exactly how I do this because I've certainly never done it. Uh-oh. Certainly never done it live. So we're good here. Good here. Any suggestions, John? I've done it before. I just can't remember what I do. I can't remember what I do. All right. I know I do need some of this. Here. 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 I think I use my little a piece of tape under the ridge. Huh. I feel like I know what you're talking about. Well, the 3-2-1 block might work, Dave, but this is a real weird angle. Yeah. And I kind of feel like what happens is as long as the 45s are together here, because it's got to come lay on these because they're cut right. And so I think this is going to do it. Well, it takes this glue's got a little bit of a working time to it. And so in the past, what I think is I've gotten it about to this point, and then I've used something like this to just stabilize it. And that didn't work because it moved. All right, let me see. And I think we got it. They're even here and here. All three are touching both sides. So I just need to let that dry. And so what we can do in the meantime, if we're careful, which I'm not ever really good at, is let's see. I got an S scale rug. I have an S-scale bed, and I have some Z-scale walls. No, we're doing S-scale furniture, Z-scale walls, Dave. Yeah, I don't want to try to do Z-scale furniture. Y'all can do that. That could be something y'all can have that fun yourselves. How about? And so the bottom of this will be wooden, and we'll be leaving this stuff at the top white because it's a sheet and a pillow. Yeah, I don't a lot of things I've pretty much decided that not worth trying to do. All right, so we got a blue comforter, pillow blanket up top, and then what'll happen is all the bottom all the way around to be brown. Then we got the rug. Dave, I don't know. Did you even? I don't think you were here to see the other furniture. Uh-oh. It's fine, but sure shouldn't have moved that like that. Um, I got a S scale couch, Dave. S scale end table with kerosene lamp. S scale cabinets and bar. And this is all going into my Uncle Digger's cabin in the S scale. And I've actually got a mock up of it, a version that I could probably just see that. Matter of fact, for all y'all that have hung in there, might be the highlight of the stream right here. Alright. Here we have the inside of Uncle Digger's cabin. And so the version that's coming out will have seats in the base to hold this stuff so it'll fit securely. But this is going to go here like this, and this is going to go in here like this. End table, kerosene lamp. You'll have a bar there. I mean, a counter there with a bar here. Couch here. End table here. Kerosene lamp. All right, now let's see here. This is hot off the press, and it's not completed or been cleaned up or anything, so don't even know that this is the copy we'll use. But so wait here. Oh yeah, it does make sense. Okay, this goes here. Got a fireplace. I don't have the hearth here. So you got the fireplace. I need to put the hearth. Um, Might need to adjust the height of this piece. I don't know. Once we get the roof on there, I can tell you. I've got a roof piece I could check. I think it's too tall though, just from glancing. Where are my roof pieces? I don't know. Oh, they're in the other room. Anyway, I think I gotta lower this piece some, or I'm not doing something right. What happened? Feel like I kind of got the fireplace piece too tall too, maybe. Oh, I know what I did. So what happened when I made this? I guarantee you I had this piece pushed down to the bottom. And so this should be here or here for that matter, but sit on top of that. And then it wouldn't be too tall. It would fit like it's supposed to. So I just need to adjust that and make a print. But there's your fireplace right there. And then, didn't mean to do that. Then right here, this won't be here. The letters will be covered up for this particular model because it's already assembled. They won't need that. And then over here, there'll be a like a wooden. It's not a picnic table, but a picnic shaped, a rectangle table, wooden rectangular table with two chairs on each side. And that's how it's going to go out. So now, while this is holding on its own now, but before it is too wet or too dry to move, I will spin it in the correct direction and it fits on like a top. Now, what I do at this point and just pushing these in together and holding them for 15-20 seconds at this point will just give it an even more secure fit. Goes on. And now I need to put the doors on. But other than that, that's the Wiener Schnitzel restaurant in the N scale. Place for LEDs on the interior. I've actually got to go in and do windows on the front too. I didn't do that. So I'll put windows on the inside on the front. It ain't hard to do because I just take the lid off whenever I want to, right? and it goes right back in there. You won't have light bleed in there because you have those triangles everywhere where there would be light coming up if there could be. And it's even got a place for a tiny LED on the menu right here as well. But I don't know that that's actually if that hole would be functional in scale. It was made to barely hold a little tiny LED in HO scale, so it's going to be really small. Um, but it was designed in HO and scaled down to N and Z. I have done a Z one and I have done an N one. I'm a little unhappy with the part over here that I got to repair. The bottom's a little thinner than I would hope for. And so what I'm going to do to repair that is I'm going to come in here. I'm going to make a duplicate piece that fits exactly under here and about a millimeter, maybe a millimeter and a half thick. And I'll pop it on there to make sure. It's the only part it's not super it's not thick enough for me is right here on this little drive-through part. This is where the customer would drive through. There's a pickup window here where they could pick up. And so we need to leave this alone. I keep acting like it's done and it's not. Now, if I will leave this model alone, it will be just fine and ready. And it is bedtime for me. It's dinner time for me. But I gotta really tell y'all thank you for coming out, Dave. I appreciate you, John, and all y'all that stayed in here while Bill was here and Digger was in here. I don't know if he's still here. It's getting close to his bedtime, but I want to thank Digger for coming out and hanging out with us too. Um, we had Dave and Steve were both in here with us. We had Wild Bill, Dave, Steve, Rail Artist Mike was in here as well. We appreciate him coming. Seemed like somebody at the very beginning had to come in and go pretty quick. AJ's Trains, HO and N. He had to head out too. I want to thank y'all very much for joining me today. I appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Thank you, John, for hanging out. Thank you, Dave, for coming again. Good to see you, and we'll catch up with y'all this weekend. I've got a soccer game tomorrow morning, but after that, I'm gonna be pretty open. So I'll get up with y'all, and we'll hang out again this weekend, hopefully soon. Y'all have a good evening. Take care.